Anybody else insecure about their forehead? Okay, so first off, I'm going to be using the Nylon Cosmetics makeup primer. It's also anti-aging. I didn't know that. I obviously don't need anti-aging. This stuff a lot because it makes my skin super moisturized throughout the day. I have very dry skin, which it doesn't look like it right now, but I just washed my face and put on moisturizer, but this keeps it moisturized, if that makes any sense. I like it because I think it like blurs the face and kind of blurs the bad spots on your face. So that way whenever you do put on the foundation, it's already kind of covered up. So I'll just take a little bit of it on my palm and swirl it together and put it all over my face. Now sometimes I like to take a sunscreen, like a kid stick or whatever, just something small like this, and put it on my face, just the tiniest bit on my face. I'm not gonna do that now because it's 9 o'clock at night. I'm not going anywhere, so after putting on the primer and sunscreen, if you do decide to do that, I take a concealer. My favorite is Tarte Shape Tape in the color Porcelain Beige, the whitest color they own. I'll just put a little bit on the back of my hand, and this stuff kind of dries fast, I notice, and it doesn't come off your hand for the rest of the day unless you scrub it off. A little bit on a concealer brush. I'm using Jaclyn Hill's Morphe brush. I don't know which one it is, but it's Jaclyn Hill's. And I'm going to take this, I'm just going to put it over the spots and kind of put it on thickly. And after you think you've kind of gotten that spot good, you can blend out the edges. So that way the concealer is thick where the scars and acne is, and on the sides it's flat. So that way whenever we put our foundation on top, it's not obvious that we put something on underneath. Some people, if their eye bags are really bad, they'll go ahead and put concealer on their eye bags, and then whenever they go in with their foundation, and then more concealer on top. Go in with foundation, which today I will be using Born This Way by Too Faced, which I think is a awesome foundation. It's really thick, which I know a lot of people don't like, but it kind of comes out liquidy. I noticed whenever I first got it, I put it on my hand and I was like, this looks really liquidy, which means it's not going to have coverage, but it did, which is good because then it felt less heavy on my face. That should be plenty. It goes a long way. So first I'll take a brush and I'll go in with a beauty blender later. And if you've been watching my channel, which you probably haven't because I only have 40 subscribers, my makeup routine changes constantly because I'm constantly trying new things, but this is something I've been doing for a little while now and something I used to do when I first started getting interested in makeup. I forgot to mention, whenever you put on your concealer, wait like a minute or so and let it dry and then go ahead and put on your foundation. I'm not exactly full on blending it, I'm just getting it where it needs to be, question mark. Basically I'm laying it on top of the skin, but I'm not buffing it into the skin just yet. I'm going to use a beauty blender to do that. Now this foundation is a tiny bit light for me because surprisingly I got a tan this summer, which I was not expecting because it never happens. I am Welsh in all of the white things that you can think of. So I just take it and buff it in like you would normally. I'm going to take my Tarte Shape Tape concealer, not in the direct corner, but like at the bottom corner of my eye. Then before it dries down, I'm going to take my concealer brush again and I'm going to blend this downward. And I'll go with the eyes first because this stuff does kind of dry down quickly. Now if you like to use cream contour or anything like that, or cream bronzer, do that now because next we're going to put on the powder. To use the Translucent Revolution baking powder. I've been using this for a long time, probably since the beginning of high school. Start out under my eyes, powder it and set it, and then brush that way. So basically, first thing I do is I take the Hoola Benefit bronzer. So then I like to take an angle brush like this. It's super fluffy and super soft. It's motion first. I like to kind of poke it like this. Top of your ear. Like you can go like this from the top of your ear and down. And then after you do that, then you can go ahead and start blending lightly to blend up my temples and on my forehead. Not everyone needs a forehead contour. I've seen girls with really small foreheads do forehead contour and it looks ridiculous. You don't need it. But on your nose, I just lightly do the sides of my nose because I'm not self-conscious of my nose really. I don't want to do anything to it. Also, nose contour looks really tedious and I'm just, no. Okay, now I will go in with blush. I've been using the same blush for a really long time. I'm not picky about blushes. If you're not invested in makeup, you shouldn't spend a lot of money on, because there's a lot of great blushes for super cheap. Literally brushes. There's literally. So I like to start here and just up. Put it on your nose. Okay, so now I'm going to take my Glow Kit by Anastasia. You all have seen this before. And I just like to mix them. Just put them all together. Why not? Now my skin is very pale, so it can be hard to get highlighters to show up. Sometimes I like to use setting spray beforehand if I want a very bright highlighter. But I've been kind of liking the natural highlighter lately. But after I'm done doing my eyeshadow and eyebrows, I might go back and add more highlighter. So I just finished my makeup. If you want to see this eye look, go ahead and go look at my Instagram and you'll look at see all my makeup look. So this is what my skin looks like whenever I'm completely done with my face. I didn't do anything after you last saw me. I just did my eyes, my eyebrows, and my lips. That's how I do my face makeup to cover up my acne and my scars. If you guys have any questions or comments, just let me know, and don't forget to like this video and subscribe to it. Subscribe to the video, subscribe to this channel. I hope everyone has stayed safe during this time and has a good one.